Nah, I think I need these. Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, the tour guide, your president, and the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks, super chat, or cash app, depending on when you're watching this. Oh, we need some hype points too. That's the new thing and all of that. If you rather hear me rap, if you know what I'm saying, if you rather hear me rap than to hear me yap, that's what the Bandcamp link is for. I got about 10 mixtapes over there from nonviolent rock all the way back to shell shock. So get involved. Peace to the early birds. Salute to the citizens and the tourists. Yeah, when you're writing on the walls in here, spell things correctly. Well, spell whatever you want. Spell things how you feel, but the the names of our dignitaries, our legends, our monuments, spell those correctly. Helter Skelter got H's, no E's and R's. It's not Helter Skelter. It's monster, not monster. It's an A, no E and an R. You know what I mean? It's ROCK, unless you're a crip. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But if you want, if that's your situation, put a little cuz something in the comments. I mean, somewhere in the comments so we know. And if you ain't trying to out yourself, then just spell it with the K. You know what I'm saying? So nobody got to know. Ain't nobody gonna tell on you. Oh yeah, it's BCC, not BBC. And pause protesters, get your ass out of here. We are pause practitioners here. We practice and play it profusely and proficiently. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get mad at us. We just having fun. It's not a phobia. It's a fun beer. All right. So now that we got all of that out the way, what's rocking? Um, YouTube, forgive me. I'll be trying to lay off my my cussing, but I can't think of another way to say this. Academics, Dame, I'm not here to disrespect y'all. I'm just saying, cut the shit, B. Cut the shit. Cut it out, B. Like running, like ever since Jay Z's 3 concerts, I thought it was only supposed to be two. There's 3 of them. Imagine how much money was made. Like the tickets was ridiculous. I mean, I happen to know that if you have the contract for water, like for the bottled water, like if a concert is selling bottled water, the bottled water company at a concert like that made millions of dollars. You hear me? So yeah. So Dame and Act have one thing in common right now, and it is that they are both screaming at the top of their lungs. Well, maybe not actually screaming. Dame ain't necessarily screaming at this point, but they are both selling us this story that nobody wants to hear Jay Z at this time, or like nobody wants to hear nothing old. Nobody wants to see nobody dressing like. Were those bots in the concert? Were those bots in all of those seats, all of those times? Were those bots that rushed the door and on night three and caused a 3, 4, 5 hour show delay? Were those bots? I'm like, if nobody wants to see this stuff, then I don't understand how none of this happens. He said, "Who told Jay to put on a Yankee hat and white tee? Who? Who did that?" Like, it's wild. It's like Dame is sitting. It looks like Dame still man. Look, Dame is talking about he's talking. I see a clip from an interview. He's talking about Beyonce cutting his hair after he said he was clearly embarrassed about the where. Man, listen. If my hair could still grow like that, I would I would have a different hairdo every year. I would I would I would grow dreads again just to cut them to an afro, just so I could do it right. Cause I did all of that. I had dreads, I had an afro braids and all that. Y'all missed my whole afro braids phase because I ain't have no heat on me. It wasn't no buzz. Y'all wasn't seeing me, and the internet wasn't internet in the way it was now. You know what I'm saying? But then I went down to this guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, come on, B. You sitting there talking, all right, Beyonce touch. He talking about Beyonce touching it, cutting his hair with a mirror. I would never. Damn, come on, damn, come. If applicable, anything I might have seen, anything I might have said. I see a pause in the chat, but yeah, him and academics are both, in their own way. What the narrative they're spinning is nobody wants to see this old nigga stuff. Nobody's interested in a 60-year-old or 50 anything year old. Have you guys ever heard of it's a rap group called Pete and Bass. I think I'm saying it right. It could be Pete and Bass, but I think it's Pete and Bass, right? They two white dudes. They sound British or something like that, like they from England or whatever. And these niggas is oldish. They old, like gray hair old men walking like you would expect to see these. You would have men across the street if you seen them walk. Sir, can I help you with your groceries? Open it. Old men. Not old like me, not old like Jay, not old like Dame, not that kind of old. Old men. And these niggas is rapping. I heard somebody was right. Somebody said, no, nobody said somebody was right. Somebody asked me did I think they was writing they own raps. I don't know. Hopefully they ain't, but they get busy. They definitely get busy. You understand what I'm saying? And they got a buzz going. Like I'm Rock from Helter Skelter, and I'm talking to the citizens and tourists of Monster Nation about these two white old men who rap good. I mean, I heard Fat Joe on the Joe and Jada podcast asking the Locks that they feel like somebody of a certain age should start, rapping now. And the opinions were mixed, but all I'm saying is I think Jay-Z answered that. No, Jay-Z didn't just start rapping now. But, that's only part of the part of the narrative. Fat Joe says you shouldn't start rapping at this age. Dame and Fat Joe says that who's that? SO from Bag Fuel, that's his narrative too. Dame and academics are trying to convince us that nobody wants to hear Jay-Z specifically. And I'm like, y'all look like it's a crazy look trying to sell that story after what just now happened, after what we just now witnessed. Not only did everybody who could afford a ticket or procure a ticket show up, like my little cousin was here from Atlanta. Last time I was in Atlanta, I hung out with my little cousin. She cursed me out for not calling her first. I was staying with my homie Tony Atlanta from the Outlaw Nation, right? My little cousin cursed me out for not calling her first. I didn't even know I was coming there. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just ended up there. She came her ass all the way to New York from Atlanta and went to a concert. That took some planning. She ain't called me not one. I don't like it. But anyway. I mean, I know what it was like. I mean, like I just now had a 30-year anniversary show too, last Thursday in Vaughn King Park in Brooklyn. It was pouring raining. Soon as the people came out anyway, the rain stopped just in time, and it was a fire show. But it was people there from Chile. I think somebody was there from Australia. Somebody was. People do that. You understand what I'm saying? But not only did everybody who could be there go there, everybody he invited showed up too, I'm assuming. Because you had Nas one night, you had Eminem one night. These artists don't just, they not coming out for me. All of my fans, like if in random conversation, when I expressed that my records never went gold or platinum, people who are fans of mine be like, "What?" Because they big fans, and to them, to those who love me, it's a big deal. But that is the truth. My records didn't go gold or platinum, and I'm not. I sincerely don't think Eminem or Nas is showing up. Would have showed up the to the to the Helter Skelter OGC 30-year anniversary show, and it was put on by in association with Mass Appeal, and I don't think Nas would have showed up. You understand what I'm saying? Jeezy shows up. Mary, no, not was Mary there? No, Beyonce and Rihanna. Rumor has it they don't even like each other. I'm not trying to spread no, but that's the way they both did. Joe Jada, Pharrell Clips, Jermaine Dupri. Come on, B. Come on, B. And what? So. Question: was everybody in the crowd? Were all of those people? Were all of those people of a certain age? You trying to tell me it wasn't no young people in there? If not, good, good, because that further proves that a theory that people of a certain age need hip hop that they can relate to too. We don't want all like when we get in our 40s and 50s, we don't want to. We don't say, "Oh, we don't want to hip hop. We don't want to listen to hip hop no more. We too old." That's not what we say. What we say is this particular hip hop that's coming out is too young. That don't mean that the shit the stuff from our age group or era is trash. No, it's just that the machine, the system, has brainwashed you niggas that once you get to a certain age, you ain't worth nothing no more. You know why that is? You know why I think that is? I think that's because with age comes wisdom. And you do not want to add money in that mix. You don't want to keep a person with age. You don't want to put a person in power with that kind of wisdom, with real life wisdom and understanding of the system and the matrix we all live in, to somebody with real power and real connections to real youth, to have real money and recognize that we all in the matrix and start and begin to try to do something different. Hmm. So of course they convinced us that we ain't no good when we get older. They didn't convince the rock and roll niggas they ain't no good when they get older. They ain't convinced the country rap, the country music niggas that they ain't no good when they get older. Why? Because generally they don't look like us. Even though rock and country was started by us, they whitewashed it. So now it's safe. You could do that till you old and gray. Haven't been able to whitewash this, so no, you niggas are done when you're 30. Get your ass out of here with that. That ain't it. That ain't it. Y'all don't see it, but when I start talking like that, I lose a lot of y'all. I don't know. But salute to Jay-Z. I mean, this is not where I know the general public have all of their gripes with Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? The NFL, the Target, the all of those things, you have your gripes with him. This is not what I'm talking about. It's not. This has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about the fact that he just showed us whether no matter how you feel about all of those things you mad at, he didn't put a gun in nobody's head and make them come to the open and make them walk through those Yankee Stadium doors. They didn't go mad at him and all that. Target, whatever, all of the All of the gripes that people got against him, Illuminati, J, whatever, that building was filled 3 days in a row. And those wasn't bots. So what is you telling me? Rappers, rap. If you love the rap, rap. I mean, yeah, they trying to clip us. They've been trying to clip us. The attack been on us forever. It don't stop. It's on our music now. Don't trip. Figure it out. The new artists, the new artists that put out, like, you got all of the, like artists like Spesh, Ransom, the Griselda Boys. A lot of these artists, they put out wild music. Wild music. You don't see a lot of it, but they put out wild music. You know what I personally don't often hear them saying? I don't often hear them complaining about how there's no money in streaming. Because, I don't know, in my opinion, in my estimation, it feels like they playing the catalog game. The catalog and the algorithm game. Now, I could be wrong, but I know every time I play music on my YouTube, because that's where I listen to most of my music at, on YouTube. I could be listening to my music. Algorithm eventually takes me to their music, and I've been trying to I'm trying to understand why. I believe it has something to do with the fact that in my niche, in my genre of hip hop, my subgenre, hardcore hip hop, barbarian rap, they have the most current. They have fed the algorithm the most. You understand what I'm saying? So no, so I say that to say to all of the rappers, you old school, you vintage, you a classic rapper, just figure it out, B. If you love rapping, figure out how to put this shit out or figure out how to pick up the pace. Because a lot of us are conditioned to the label archetype, like the framework of being on a label and albums coming out once every 2 years and all that. But that's just that's how they clipped us all these years. Nah. But anyway, I don't want to overtalk y'all. Jay, Jay did a great thing. I think. I mean, and it wasn't just Jay. Like Nas concerts, 50 Cent been having concerts. Wu Tang been on tour, selling out arenas. And I don't have all the facts because I don't really listen to the young guys that much. I don't really listen to nothing like that. But you know, the word has been for the past few months to a year that a lot like that the young guys wasn't selling out shows like this. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm about to be out. Y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 microphones. And what do y'all think? Y'all agree with Damon Dash or no DJ Shenacademics? Leave it in the comments. Rock on, rock going.